Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are doing the 2007 version of WWE. If you missed the first episode, please go back and watch it. We've set up the rosters, we've done a draft, we are good to go. And today we will book, hopefully, the first 2 weeks of shows on the road to the Royal Rumble. Now, as you can see below me, that's our projected WrestleMania card. That is our projected WrestleMania card. John Cena, The Undertaker, Triple H, all involved on the Raw side. John Cena will be facing Edge for the WWE title. The Undertaker, I'm thinking William Regal. I really want to push Regal. And in terms of Triple H, it was really difficult to find out what to do with Triple H. We're still umming and ahhing, but you can see with Ric Flair in there as well, that's a possibility. On SmackDown, Batista versus Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton, I have been toying with Rey Mysterio. That might happen. And then, as you see, all down there. That's what we're aiming towards. It may change on how we book it. Injuries can happen. But above us, well, above me, is the Royal Rumble card, so to speak. This is what we're looking at for the Royal Rumble. And we'll look at it a little bit more closely on the screen now by going on to this one. We will start by the fact that obviously it's a Royal Rumble. So we have got 3 Royal Rumble storylines, one for each brand basically. On Raw, Edge, Mr. Kennedy, The Undertaker and Triple H are all talking about they want to win the Rumble. ECW have got Chris Masters, CM Punk, Elijah Burke and Sabu, while over on SmackDown we have Matt Hardy, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels. So it's going to be a star-studded Royal Rumble. I'm hoping for a good result from that one. In terms of the main titles for the Royal Rumble, we'll start on the Raw side. WWE Championship on the line. John Cena is going to defend against Ric Flair. I really want to do this match before Flair really disappears on us, so I figured now's the best time. John Cena, the new figurehead of the WWE, but to be the man, you've got to beat the man, and Ric Flair wants one more title reign. Will it happen? You'll have to find out at the Royal Rumble. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Batista will defend against Chris Benoit. It's a little bit of a different... It's come out of left field, but when I looked at Benoit's stats, he's really popular. I think it's early 80s, I think. So I think getting him involved with Batista will help push Batista more. I'd be surprised if Benoit wins the belt there, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Over on ECW, Bobby Lashley will take on the Big Show, a big test for the fighting champion that is Bobby Lashley, but one hopefully that he will be able to get past, with Umaga possibly at WrestleMania. Umaga will face Rob Van Dam in the Royal Rumble. That may be fixed into the Royal Rumble match, but that's a feud that's going to be happening on TV. Van Dam's very popular. Let's use that to get Umaga over the line for WrestleMania. In terms of the women's title, Melina will take on Mickey. We need to get the title on Mickey, really. And a fighting babyface champion against Melina from Raw and Victoria from SmackDown for WrestleMania. Looks good to me. For SmackDown, the US title, MVP will defend against Kane. Kane has been angered by MVP's recent attitude, the cocky heel. He looks to beat the respect out of him. That's a nice little placeholder feud while Benoit is busy with Batista. For the tag titles on SmackDown, this is the World Tag Team, no, the WWE Tag Team titles. London and Kendrick, who are the men that we're really going to build this tag division around, against Gregory Helms and Chavo Guerrero, who may not be well known as a team, but both have got pretty good popularity and are a team on the game for some reason. For the Raw side, Juice and Domino will defend against the world greatest tag team who will reunite, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. I think that's a good way for us to go. And then we could look at possibly doing the world greatest tag team versus London and Kendrick for WrestleMania, possibly with Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch involved in there too. Anything we've missed? Jeff Hardy versus King Booker for the IC title. Again, maybe pushed into the Royal Rumble as well, but it could work twice. Booker is a king without a crown, but the gold of Jeff's IC belt looks a good fit. Is there anything that I've missed off? I don't believe there is. That is us for the Royal Rumble. And there may be some TV storylines on there as well. We will see how it goes. We're going to start booking. So, first of all, Sunday Night Heat. But here we go. We open up with Carlito versus Val Venus. Interesting that there's no grade there, which is annoying. But 68, a 68 from these two, not bad at all. Carlito a 58, that's good to see him. Val Venus 63, interesting from Val. He's got an in-ring performance of 63. No worker improvement. What's Vala? That's interesting. Tori Wilson was out there. She must be Carlito's valet, so she's not suited to a gimmick, which might need changing. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler were the Heat announcers. I need to change that, and we are at Madison Square Garden. Val Venus is not suited to his gimmick. And a couple of inconsistencies, but we'll take it. Not too bad. Let's move that over a tiny bit, because that's not right, is it? Not bad. I'll take that. Okay, at Angle then. Crime Time. Steal from Juice and Domino. They go into the little 50s style car, and they've taken something from the car. Try and get over the gimmick a little bit, but it's really not worked. Shad Gaspard not suited to his gimmick. Juice not suited to his gimmick. But Cherry has helped both of these, so that's good to see. Domino and Cherry are a good pairing, but Cherry is not suited to a gimmick. So 36 problems. An Angle featuring Edge did very, very well. 85. Edge says he will win the Royal Rumble and go on to take on John Cena or whoever the WWE champion is at WrestleMania. Good stuff from Edge. Did well there. Good gimmick as well. Good. In about that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Stevie Richards defeated Johnny Nitro. A 48 rating for this one. Johnny Nitro 36, Stevie Richards 53. Interesting. I mean, what didn't really work? Johnny Nitro got a bone for his star quality, which is good. So did Stevie Richards. Penalised for poor momentum, Stevie Richards. An odd face-heel combination. Stevie Richards a heel. I didn't quite clock that. And then Ric Flair, a rating. Oh yes, Rick. A 99 rating for Ric Flair. He hypes up that on Monday Night Raw, he's got an announcement he has to make. He teases an announcement. What's he going to be? Find out on Raw. And finally, the main event of Heat was a struggling 41, probably due to the gimmick issues. Crime Time defeated by the tag team champions Juice and Domino. A bit of payback for the gimmick, for the segment earlier today. In ring from 20. JTG 20. Shad was the best 42. Juice with 38. Domino with 32. Tag teams are an issue at the moment, and it gives us an overall rating of 60. Not bad for Heat. I mean, if we have the gimmicks right, that possibly goes up to a 60 match. I mean, you live and you learn. Alright, Monday Night Raw live from Madison Square Garden. Here we go. Should be a good one, this. Should be a good one. We've got no Triple H, no Undertaker though. Worth mentioning at this point. We kick off with a big angle. A 100 rating. I'm going to get this changed so we can see the actual letter as well, because it looks a bit weird. But a 100 rating for the Ric Flair Edge segment. So Ric Flair comes out, teases this announcement and says, I want to challenge John Cena for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. But out comes Edge, who says, hold on a minute, you had your time, now it's time for our generation, it's time for me, the rated R superstar, to win the WWE Championship once again. I want my title back against John Cena. And in the end, a match is made for the main event. Ric Flair versus Edge. The winner goes to the Royal Rumble. That should be good. 100 rating, fantastic. On a great start to the show. A 79 rating. It's nearly a 4-star match technically. King Booker defeats Santino Marella in 12 minutes 36 by pinfall with a bookend. The announced team did well. Santino Marella not suited to his gimmicks. So let's... Alright, gimmicks. Santino. I didn't change Juice or Domino either, so that's going to be on here. Juice, Domino, Shad, I think JTG, but we'll keep it as that for now. Thank you. So King Booker, an in-ring performance of 79, very good from Booker. 58 from Santino, pretty good as well, considering he's not got a great pop, so that's fantastic. We told him to have a storytelling match and it worked. penalised for holding back Santino a little bit, so it could have been better, but I'll take it. 79 to start us off. Thank you very much. Madison Square Garden will be happy. Okay, an angle. Mr. Kennedy comes out and predicts he will win the Royal Rumble at 55. Kennedy was very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. He moaned at me and said, I don't want it to be scripted. Well, I gave you a chance. You're scripted from now on, Mr. Kennedy, because that was horrific. Hot crowd got us a rating, but Kennedy's improvising was the problem. And then in a 50 rated match against Eugene, in-ring forms a 63, but Eugene a 30. It was a squash, a 2-minute match. Literally put over Mr. Kennedy was the idea. Kennedy was penalised for holding back, so was Eugene. And the segment rating was penalised for booking decisions. Interesting. I wonder why. A bit weird. All I said was to put him over. Weird. Probably the timing, I guess. We move on. An angle. This is where we kick off the Intercontinental title angle. And he started it and got the crowd hotter, which is good. King Booker and Sharmell are leaving after their win earlier, celebrating. But they are saying, look, you don't have a championship. You're a king without a crown. We need to fix that. And as they walk away, Jeff Hardy comes walking past. And King Booker just sort of gives a look. Jeff Hardy doesn't notice it. He just gives a look to the belt. The camera notices King Booker has got his eye on Jeff Hardy's Intercontinental title. 71 for that. Alright, here we go then. This is the angle that kicks off the tag team title feud. And this is the return of the world's greatest tag team. Shelton Benjamin was being beaten down by Juice and Domino when Charlie Haas came out. Charlie Haas came out and saved his former partner. They're back together. So Juice is not suited to his gimmick. That was the one problem there. He's on there, good. Domino's alright actually, so we'll keep Domino the same. Okay. I think Cherry wasn't... Yeah, Cherry's not suited to a gimmick either. So we'll change that too. Lots of changes to be made. It's early in the database, I guess. Haas looked good, hinted at a face turn, got a little reaction, but I think we should just turn it anyway. So if we just handle the changes, there he is, Charlie Haas. Complete the turn. Turn went pretty well, good stuff, and now they're back together. Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. It did the job, a 45 rating though, disappointing. And a 46 for the women's match. Mickie James defeated Jillian Hall, terrible match they called it, 544. Jillian Hall not suited to a gimmick, so there's another one. There'll be a lot of these, isn't there? Jillian. Nikki is not suited to a gimmick as well, apparently, so we're going to have to find her a gimmick. So that's fine. Jillian Hall's really off a game, which is annoying, but they have good chemistry. And the announcing quality lifted the match, so did the colour commentary. Cooled the crowd a little, which ain't a bad thing. 38 from Jillian, Mickie with 45, not too bad. We did have Melina, I believe, on commentary. I could be wrong. Or I was meant to put Melina on commentary just to start that feud, and it did that with this segment. So, not bad, we'll take it. And then the angle after a 64 for this, not too bad. Mickie James isn't suited to a gimmick, which is a problem, but it's gained heat to the storyline. Melina trying to attack Mickie, but it didn't work. She fought her off. Nice, simple storyline. Get that going. Now, one of the big matches on the card, the Intercontinental title on the line. Jeff Hardy defending against William Regal, but just a 61. A little bit disappointing, really. Jeff Hardy was really off his game and visibly tiring towards the end. 61 points from him, 66 for William Regal. A good long match, but didn't really work. Probably a little bit too long. They were both visibly tired by the end. 17 minutes. Shame that it's a little too much for Jeff, but I'm not surprised with Regal so much. Then an angle, 85, an angle. John Cena cuts a promo on Flair and Edge and says, look, I'll take on whoever, whether it's the man or the rated R superstar. I'm the champ, come get some. And then in the main event, a 78 match, pretty good. Ric Flair defeated Edge with a surprise inside cradle. The match got the crowd buzzing. A 92 from Edge, very good. 76 from Flair, not bad at all for his age. Very, very good end to the show, main event wise. Alright, so that goes to a rating of 75. A sellout though at Madison Square Garden, 20,000 involved there. And 75, not too bad. 12.36 TV rating, I can take that, that's not too bad. In terms of heat, 60 overall, like we said. Again, still a sellout, obviously. Taped on the same day, but 0.37. Heat's heat, nothing you can do about it. TNA Impact was on the same day, ironically, and they had legitimately 2 matches. 78 though, that's level with us. No, better than us. They bettered us, which is annoying. And Sting won the World Heavyweight title in an 82 match, and Chris Sabin retained the X Division 63 over Ron Killings. I mean, they've had just one match, an 82. Fair play. TV rating of 2.48 though, we're at 12, so there's a massive difference between the two. In All Japan, a 60 rated show, Jushin Thunder Liger and Taka Michinoku both involved there. And for New Japan, we're on a tour. Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event, 81 and 99. That's Kurt Angle. There's Kurt Angle. And that's going to lead us... Oh, Bryan Danielson as well, actually. That's going to lead us nicely into the point I now need to make. So I've just found something horrific. Absolutely horrific. So if I just take it to medical... Yeah, as you can see there, Gregory Helms, first of all, is out for a year. So the tag team is out of the question. But those 3 underneath him are ridiculous. It's not just happened. I think they were already scheduled into the mod, into the development, but that's because it was set in June when these injuries probably did happen. With Triple H only out for 55 days, for example. He came back at SummerSlam that year. Shawn Michaels stayed out for a while. Undertaker definitely stayed out for a while, 10 months. And it's left me with a dilemma. I don't really know what to do, because I could restart it and get rid of those, but then that leaves me having to do it all again. This makes it a lot harder, a hell of a lot harder, because if we get the notes up, look, so Cena versus Edge is fine. Batista, that's gone. Lashley and Margaret's fine. Jeff Hardy Kennedy's fine. That's fine. I'm thinking of changing that to World's Greatest Tag Team, and that could be a unification match. That's fine. This is gone. That's gone, which is annoying. Actually, what we could do there is Ric Flair in there, and I think Triple H will be back, so you could do Triple H versus King Booker still, and that keeps that alive a little bit more. We just need to find an opponent for the World Heavyweight Championship. An option is Randy Orton in there. I think that might be the best option. 2 very similar title matches there, but then you got to find an opponent for Rey, which is a bit of an issue. You could insert Rey Mysterio into the US title match. That's an option. But what we could also have a look at is people out there that we could possibly bring in. So if we look at, I'm looking for excellent star quality, for example, that we can hire. Okay, so Goldberg, no thank you. No, great popularity though, but no thank you. Brock Lesnar, look, if we could get him as, well, Vince doesn't want him there, so that's a good start. Shelton wants him, Paul Heyman wants him. Look, if we could get him on a written contract, never involve in-ring work. No, be whatever is needed. And your push would be never lower than a main eventer, because you're Brock Lesnar, fine. Big bonus. I don't know if he'll even go for it. Or Chris Jericho out on hiatus, just return in 2007, so that makes sense. The Rock wants him, Kane wants him, screw Eric Bischoff, everyone wants him back. I think we've got to offer it at this point to see if they will come in, just because we desperately need them. And the only other person I was looking at who's not actually on that list is Kurt Angle. And I wonder if Kurt's not on there. It's Kurt Angle. Paper appearance for both of them. We could bring Kurt back. 83 pop. Oh, it's an option, isn't it? Vince wants him back. Edge wants him back. I mean, this is all good so far. I think we've got to try. We've got to try at this point to replace those 3 injuries. Just for WrestleMania at least. But having them back in the company is good long term. Particularly Brock and Chris Jericho. So that'd be good. PS4's talking to me. So it has left us with a massive issue. Particularly if we look at now the storylines as well. First of all, what's the first one we need to change? This one. So we're going to have to remove workers from this one. Edge can stay, Kennedy can stay, but Taker and Triple H are bye-byes. So we need to find a couple of top faces to go in there, which isn't going to be easy. What am I looking at? So, I mean, I'd say insert William Regal, just because he's around there. Not aligned with anybody. But you do need a babyface really for the feud, and that's the problem we have. There's not many top babyfaces on Raw. Jeez. What do you do? I actually am really not sure. Also that's now out of the question. So we're going to have to do Cade and Murdoch there. Take Shawn Michaels out of there as well. I mean, everything else can say pretty similar. Oh dear, let's get to ECW. All right then, here we go. Things have changed a little bit. This is a different day that I'm recording. I'm recording over a few days because it's just a little bit easier. So it's now night time. I'm wearing a different shirt. I've been sat in the sun all day, so I might look more tanned, but that'll explain it to you. Here we go, ECW. Let's do this. Right, we start the show. Once it stops freezing, there we go. We start the show. Well, on the pre-show, we get a little bit of a 6-man action. I just want to see how these guys are getting on. Balls Mahoney, Chuck Palumbo, and the Sandman, all baby faces on the card against Marcus Corvon, Rene Dupree, and the Great Khali, who I'm just not looking to use really. Marcus Corvon's the one out of those 6 that you look at and may be able to push in. So I gave him the win. 5-minute match, a 53. Not too bad actually, not too bad for these guys. A 52 from the Sandman, 54 from Balls Mahoney, 53 for Khali, and 54 for Rene Dupree. Corvon with a 34, which is a bit annoying, but I think his pop is really, really bad. Rene Dupree is not suited to his gimmick. I've changed the one from earlier, so let's do Dupree. I've also changed some of this, so none of this stuff makes any correctness is the word I'm thinking of. But hey ho, here we go. Let's carry on. Somebody's waiting for a turn. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Anyway, the first segment on the show, and out comes Mr. ECW himself, Mr. Paul Heyman, and he announced he is the new general manager of ECW. And that has got an 86 rating, not bad at all. Does that better colour commentary? I think Taz was on colour commentary. The Angle got the show off to a good strong start though and got them hot ass, so that is good. First match, and we get a look at CM Punk. An in-ring performance of 63, a 63 rating match against Chris Masters. 2 men in this ECW Royal Rumble storyline are going to be both in the Rumble, but Masters is not suited to his gimmick, which is a bit annoying. Masters. We'll change those soon. But CM Punk 63, that's good to see, and his gimmick is good, so that's good. A Devil Lock DDT did the biz. What did we lose on there? Announcing quality. Very low experience. Who are the announcers? Joey Styles and Taz. And these... Okay. Chris Masters, lots of problems with Chris Masters. That's an issue. Somebody's waiting for Eternal Gimmick. What is that? Oh, Scott Armstrong. Alright, you can complete your gimmick change, I guess. That was weird. Okay, Elijah Burke has a promo and he talks trash about the ECW roster. He's again part of this Royal Rumble storyline with Masters, Punk and Sabu, who were all mentioned off screen. A 50 rating, which is a little bit of a bad one really. He lost heat to the storyline. I'm going to put that down to the fact that he's not suited to his gimmick, which is a bit of an annoyance because that's all we really could have got penalised on. So Burke also needs to be changed. Lots of issues with his database early on it'll get changed over time. Not finally, there's more to this. There's definitely more to this show, because Balls Mahoney was squashed by Umaga. Did I use Balls twice on one show? Because I feel like I did. That may have been an issue, but a 50 rated performance from Balls Mahoney. Was he in the pre-show? I don't know. 67 from Umaga. I'm maybe looking for a bit better, but good work from Armando Alejandro Estrada at ringside. It was just a short match to get Umaga over, but he was penalised for inconsistency. Balls Mahoney was penalised for a poor gimmick. Okay, short match length again was penalised. It was meant to be a short squash, so here's what it is. 78 rated Umaga attacking Rob Van Dam backstage. So Umaga walking backstage after his win, bumps into Rob Van Dam, so to speak, and seemingly for no reason attacks Rob Van Dam, getting that feud well and truly underway. Good 78, that's pretty good for ECW. And in the main event, a 51. Oh, I should not have used Viscera. I really thought it might have worked, but it didn't. 51, a 10-minute match. Bobby Lashley defends the ECW title, trying to get more titles on the show, really. Viscera is not suited to his gimmick, so he can be changed, and he was exhausted at the end of a 10-minute match, man. 10 minutes. Jeez. Lack of psychology in the match. I think I told them to go Wild Brawl. That was it. 10-minute Wild Brawl. Viscera can't do it. And there's no psychology, so that's great. That is great. What do we lose on? Bobby Lashley has a poor gimmick. Interesting. The rest was all pretty good. Oh no, here we go. Penalised for trying. Viscera was the problem. 51. That's gonna cost us. I think Viscera needs to be booked a little smarter. He needs shorter matches. Totally exposed by the length of this one. 10 minutes, Pat. It's 10 minutes. And finally, actually, an angle to end the show. Paul Heyman brings out the next challenger for the ECW Championship. The Big Show is on ECW, and we'll get a shot at the title at the Royal Rumble. Bobby Lashley underperformed in the segment, which is a little bit annoying. But a 72 for ECW, not bad. We need to build these guys up. So I'll take 56. General feelings that we don't have enough interesting storylines going on. We're trying to build it. Weren't enough attractive women on the show. That's going to be an issue constantly, because I don't really. We have to get some valets on there, really. All right, then here we go. Final show of the first week of booking, and it is SmackDown. Friday night SmackDown at this point. So let's see how this goes. We start off with a 90 rated angle. Very, very good. Chris Benoit comes out and says, I want Batista at the Royal Rumble. But out comes Randy Orton. Well, I don't think so. I think I should be in the title hunt. This is my time. Orton fights with Benoit, gets the better of Benoit until Batista comes out, the World Heavyweight Champion, and makes the save. Benoit, Batista, Randy Orton, 90 rated segment. Very good. Segment to a better announcement. Oh, the announcers are crap in this then, aren't they? It's the announcements. The announcing. Oh dear. And this also means we can turn Batista face, because on this database, for some reason, let's address it. Let's complete turn and the gimmick change. Thank you. Above average for the gimmick change, and the turn was a success, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know why he was a heel, but we need him as a babyface. We really do need him as a babyface. So that's where we're going to go with this. Good start. Then, backing that up, a very good 71 raid match, actually, between MVP, who's got a 40 pop as US champion, and we need to build that up because he's the future of the brand, really, and a 9-minute 40 defends the US title with a bowling elbow against Hardcore Holly. Good performance from Hardcore Holly. 72-55. 55 for MVP. Brooke Adams was out there. That wasn't the plan. That's gone wrong with the booking. And hinted a heel turn. Oh dear God, it's not gone good. MVP is not suited to his gimmick. Well, that'll be have to change. That wasn't the plan. It'll all make sense in just a second about Brooke Adams. It'll all make sense, don't worry. But 71 rate, good. 71 rating even. Good, good. Someone's waiting for a turn. No, we won't do that. Just for a second. She got a gimmick change. No, just move on from it. Alright, so after the match, MVP hypes himself up on I am the future of SmackDown. I am the man in SmackDown. But watching on from the back, as MVP can't quite see, is Kane. Getting a little bit fed up with the attitude of MVP. Kane isn't suited to his gimmick either. Dear, 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 dear. Alright, after that, the Redneck Wrecking Crew were in action. That's Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. A 49 rated match against Funaki and Jimmy Wang Yang. 52 from Lance Cage, 40 from Trevor Murdoch, 45 for Jimmy Wang Yang, and 35 for Funaki. Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch is someone we need to really get behind. Murdoch is not suited to his gimmick. I've changed it once. We're going to have to try something else with him, which is a bit frustrating. And so is Jimmy Yang. Annoying. Colour commentary gave the match a boost, so that's good. Somebody's waiting for a turn in this. Okay. I want to address it. What's this? Okay, this is the change actually. So let's complete his gimmick change and see if this works better. Above average, good. So now he can come off the list. Oh dear. Alright. And then an angle. Cade and Murdoch say, right, that was a great win for us. Look at us, we're on a roll. We want the tag champs, Paul London and Brian Kendrick. That's what they want. 44 rated. Okay. Then the world champion was in action. Batista with an in-ring performance of 82. Really, really good from Batista against Robert Conway's 49. A little bit of a win just to get Batista over. 65 rated. I'm alright with that. Not too bad. And then Batista accepts Benoit's challenge. It's Batista versus Benoit at the Rumble. 81 for that. That's good. There we go. London and Kendrick, the tag champs, in action. 51. Decent wrestling, but not much heat. London and Kendrick defeat Daivari and the Boogeyman. Don't really have many heel tag teams on SmackDown. So threw these two together, see how they got on. 54 from Paul London, 65 from Kendrick, 44 and 51. Ashley Massaro was out there, but not suited to a gimmick. I don't know why Ashley was even out there. Is Ashley with London Kendrick by this point? I wasn't quite sure. The match was poorly placed. The crowd were already hot and didn't need working. I did say work the crowd, so that's probably brought it down a little bit. And out come Cade and Murdoch attacking the champs. Trevor Murdoch performed public. He was poor in the segment, but Brian Kendrick was good. 53 rated. It adds a bit of heat to the storyline. That's the point. After that, an angle with MVP and Brooke Adams, and finally we make sense of this. She wasn't meant to be out there earlier because now she comes over and she says, look, you were really impressive, but to get you to the next level, I think you need something else, a little bit more like me. Brooke Adams wants to manage and be the valet of MVP, and we're going to pair them together. That's the idea. So we'll complete the turn and complete the gimmick. A great gimmick, so that's good. And the turn went pretty well too. So that's them two now together. I think that could work for MVP. Right, a good match then. Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy. It was a draw. 12 minutes 52. They were both simultaneously knocked out. Fair enough. Matt Hardy isn't suited to his gimmick, which has brought his performance down, which is frustrating. So we'll add Matt to the list, which is getting longer and longer. If we do that, there we go. Rey Mysterio, 78. Good from Rey. 61 for Matt Hardy. What brought it down then? Announcement quality. Fantastic. Odd face heel combination. Well, it was face v face. I thought it'd go over well. Okay. 71. I'll take it. Randy Orton cuts a promo before the main event saying, Rey, Matt, Chris Benoit and Batista. There's no one quite like me. I should be at the top of the card. Got heat for the Royal Rumble storyline, but not quite for the championships. Not meant to be fair. 75 for Orton. And a good main event. Chris Benoit defeats Randy Orton with a sharpshooter. 81. Benoit 85. Orton 78. Good end to the show. That gives us a 72. Not too bad. We're trying to build up these storylines. We started a load of brand new ones, so that's what happens really. I can take that. But not bad. Not bad end to the show. That I'll take it. A sellout for SmackDown and a 15.31 rating, which is better than Raw, which is really, really good. Really, really good. Over 2 million more viewers to SmackDown than there were Raw. So that's fantastic. A 7 for ECW. I'll take that considering they're on trash TV time-wise. So that is about a couple of decisions. And it looks like Joey Mercury is coming in. He is fantastic. And he's going to be a mid-carder. Joey Mercury, complete your contract and come in. Did that say no contract then? What was that? Did I just mess that up? What happened? Is he there? Joey Matthews. Joey Matthews is Joey Mercury. There we go. There he is then. So he's going to come in a tag team with Johnny Nitro. Prima Donna. I think Prima Donna's probably a good one for him actually. As a heel on the Raw brand is the plan. So we want to do push. And on the Raw brand with M and M. And if we just put them as a tag team too, that'd be good. That'd be good. We've got news, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some decisions to make, and it's Brock Lesnar and Chris Jericho. Let's have a look at Lesnar first. This is the important one. If we can get Brock in, this will be huge. And it's been accepted. It's been accepted. We're paying him a fair whack. But Brock Lesnar pushed as a main event heel. Oh, I've got a plan for Brock Lesnar. Bring him in right now. Chris Jericho as well. Oh, he's been accepted too. Brilliant. He'll be a main event face. Oh, this is fantastic. And we're just waiting on Kurt Angle. But that is 2 big guys in. Matt Capatelli believes he has done enough on OVW. Well, I mean, he's a road agent. I don't know who Matt Capatelli is, to be honest with you. But he is a road agent. So yeah, I don't really know what I can do with you, mate, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's a bit weird. OVW has no storylines. That's good. How are OVW getting on? History. 1 show. Oh yeah, we looked at that. Yeah, that's fun. But it is huge that Brock Lesnar's in, because now we can do this. Batista versus Brock Lesnar, World Heavyweight Championship. And actually, I'm thinking that is the main event of WrestleMania right there. Batista and Brock, main event. Absolutely. And then also, you got to fit Jericho into the card. And I'm looking at... see... I was going to put Jericho in on Raw, actually, I think. Because he's going to come in as a face for now. There's a long-term plan in my head for Chris Jericho, where he turns heel by about SummerSlam. But we kind of need him on Raw for now. Against possibly Booker. And we save Triple H's return for the Raw after Mania. Because I don't know if Triple H will even be back for Mania, actually. So let's put Jericho in there for now. There's another decision. Kurt Angle. Let's see. Kurt is back. Kurt Angle is back. He's going to come in as a main event babyface as well. Oh, yes, sirree. That's brilliant. That is really, really good news. These are a bunch of the women that I'm looking to bring in to eventually improve the women's division. At the moment, it's not quite getting there. Carlito can do what? Oh, mate, seriously. But where does Kurt Angle now fit into WrestleMania? That's what we've got to figure out here. Best place to put Kurt Angle. There's lots of options. Maybe add him to the main event. I mean, let's look at Angle's pop. What's he at? There's Kurt. I mean, if we look at Jericho quickly, and let's give him a picture while we're here, because that's just faceless. Give me Chris. Right, Chris Jericho. Wherever it is. Which Jericho would he be at this point? 2007? I mean, it's probably that one, actually. Yes, okay. But Chris, great stats. I mean, really, really good stats. And he's still got a pop of 80s. That's brilliant. He's definitely going to be a main eventer on Raw. Definitely to bring those next guys up. So that's fantastic. Brock, he needs a picture too. While we're here. Brock. Lesnar. 2007 Lesnar. We don't know what he would even looking like at that point. I reckon it might have been that one. No, that's his UFC days as well. Oh, let's do that because he looks badass there. Sure. Yeah, okay, so Brock's in 91 pop. This guy's the man. And the best bit about it is we've got Brock in on a TV deal as well. This won't be on this every pay-per-view sort of stuff, or every big pay-per-view. He's in as a big man, big time. He won't be debuting until the Rumble though. I'm making that clear right now. No, he's not going to be on TV until the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a massive shock return to win the Rumble. That's the plan. And who else were we looking for? Kurt Angle. So that will be down that way. Kurt Angle. There he is. Let's stick him one on there as well. Kurt Angle. That's his GM. That's not just a picture of him. Oh, he's very young there. I don't know actually. I don't want to go with that one, but he looks really weird. It has to be that one, isn't it? So yeah, Kurt Angle's back in the company. Hopefully he can stay clean. But 83, 82 pop. He's better than Batista at this point, to be fair still. That's fantastic. We'll stick him on Raw for now. ECW isn't getting any of these, unfortunately. But ECW's, I don't want to say developmental, because it's not. I'm using it as a breeding ground at the moment. And the point is to get Punk over. But I'm happy. Sunday Night Heat, here we go. Let's do this. A lot of match on this card, probably a little bit too much looking at it. We brought up the Major Brothers, that's Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, just to see where they're at, really. This is what Heat's for. It hasn't gone well. An E rating, 24 against Eminem. I wanted to see how those two teams would get together. It's a terrible way to start the show. Killed the crowd straight away. Brilliant. Joey Mercury's debut this is as well, but he's done well. His gimmick's done well. But it was the Major Brothers really. 8 for Brian Major, which I believe might be Hawkins. 34 for Zack. So Zack's got a bit of something about him. 24 for Joey, and Johnny Nitro 34. These guys have all got to improve big time, particularly Nitro. Soon became pretty clear that Joey Mercury was wasted on drugs. Brilliant. So we'll have to rehab Joey Mercury. Then, this is quite an interesting bit. What I've decided to do, Mark Henry is a mid-card heel on Raw. I wanted to stick a manager with him. Roddy Piper is the man. I think he can just talk the talk, and Henry can do no talking and just be a beast. That's the idea behind Mark Henry at the moment. So Piper introduces his new protege, Mark Henry, who vows to win the Royal Rumble. And by doing this, we can turn Roddy Piper heel, which is good. Hasn't gone well. Too many turns. I get that, but I'm trying to get it correctly. So it is what it is. And a 63 rated match. William Regal defeats Santino Marella. Regal was held back by the chaotic nature. Yeah, I tried to do a sort of chaotic brawl. Didn't really work for Regal. Santino is not suited to his gimmick, which I think we've tried to change now. So hopefully that'll be better. And it is very good. Overbooking in the match didn't sit well. 69 from Regal, 60 from Santino. I think we stick them in a normal match. I might have a better one actually. Then Booker T comes out with Queen Sharmell. King Booker says, "Gold will return to the kingdom of Booker." That's the plan. 66 rate for that. Performance from King Booker was good. And then Booker had a nice long match, a 75 rated match, fantastic, against Val Venus, winning by pinfall, 18 minutes. Val Venus is not suited to his gimmick. I feel like we've changed it, we haven't. Val's added to the list. But good from Booker, 79 performance, 65 from Val, pretty good. Saves the show really in the end, after the terrible start. 54, how many more angles and interview segments? I mean, there's 2. Only an hour show. Fair enough. Final rule of the episode. Let's do this. This should be a good show. I'm hoping it'll be a good show. That's not a good start. That is not a good start. Jeff Hardy comes out and says, I want to put the Intercontinental title on the line again. Here is an open challenge. William Regal comes out, had a title shot last week. Didn't win. Wants another go. Then out comes The Miz as well. A young, pretty much unheard of superstar at this point, not suited to his gimmick. Fantastic. It's going to be added on there. But he says, look, it's not all about you guys. I want a chance. And triple threat is made for right now. Miz looked dreadful in the segments. That's great. It's a 52 match as well. Not great. Miz was the weakling, 22 performance. I just thought I'd throw him in there. He's not ready. He is not ready, is he? 61 from Jeff, 67 from William Regal though, so not too bad from them. Jeff Hardy's really off his game too. Not good. Booker was on commentary, which lost heat with the segment because it was a bad segment. Hopefully he'll recover in the next one. Jeff Hardy was high on drugs. Oh dear. That's the problem. After the match, King Booker comes over, floors Jeff Hardy, and steals the title belt. That's right. King Booker has his gold. He has the gold that he said he will get. Maybe not in the way you thought. Gain the heat back. That's something. 68. Good segments. John Cena comes out and says, well done, Ric Flair, on your win last week. I'm looking forward to the title match. But don't think I'll hold back. Just because you're a legend, just because you are Ric Flair, you're going to get everything that John Cena has to offer at the Royal Rumble. That started the segment, although it really started last week. But good. 93. Good. Then tag team match. World's Greatest Tag Team defeated MNM, and a return now for the World's Greatest Tag Team, the first tag team match back. 60 rated, not bad. Charlie Haas was 70, very good from Charlie Haas. 63 for Benjamin, 25 for Mercury, 32 for Nitro. Those two obviously the weakling. There's a very big divide between the upper mid-card area and the lower mid-card area, and it's trying to blend the two. It's difficult at the moment. It's going to be difficult for the first few months, but a 60 rated match, I will take that. Joey Mercury's wasted on drugs like we knew. Fine. After that, the World's Greatest Tag Team celebrate. They are back. Out comes Cherry, which is a little bit weird. Cherry comes out, says, well done guys, well done. Oh, but wait. There comes Juice and Domino from behind, attacking from behind. A 51 rated. A lot needs to be changed here, so that can be a complete gimmick change, which has got over its average. Fine. We're going to have to turn her as well. This isn't going to go down well. Yeah, too many turns lately. Yeah, unfortunately everyone's in the wrong position. It's a problem. The database is wrong. The database is wrong, to be fair. 51. We are suffering. Ken Kennedy defeated Val Venus with 932. Green Bay Plunge did the trick. 71, very good. 60 from Kennedy. 65 from Val. Val is very, very good. Not suited to his gimmick either, but still. Divas, or women, had a angle. Melina attacking Mickie James backstage, wary of the fact that Mickie could be the challenger. Mickie is not suited to a gimmick, but we can change that now. Above average, so that's good. 64 rated, I'll take it. 83 rated for a mystery return vignette. That's right, mystery return. I've put Chris Jericho on there so that they know it's about him, but like the audience won't know. We know how Jericho likes to do that. 83, good. Then in the main event, a big tag team match. Edge and Carlito defeated John Cena and Ric Flair. when Edge defeated Cena with a pinfall after Vicky Guerrero interfered. Looks like Vicky manages Edge on this, didn't clock that. But yeah, Edge pins the WWE Champion. John Cena, Ric Flair didn't quite get on either, but a tag team match 72. I was actually kind of hoping for a bit bigger than that, but Carlito was in there, the weak link. 76 from Flair, 93 from Cena, 89 from Edge, 59 from Carlito. It lost heat to the main event championship. Brilliant. Tori Wilson is not suited to her gimmick. I didn't even realise Tori would be out there. Is she with Carlito? Ugh. Right. And then an angle to end the show. Ric Flair is frustrated with the loss. Slaps on a figure 4 to John Cena as a message and walks away. 94. Good. Good. It gives us an 80 rated show. Not good. Not particularly good. Miz was overused. Yeah. That start was bad. We didn't really recover from that. 51 for that as well. Ugh. We got issues. Time for ECW, 1 hour show, so we don't have a lot of time, but we got a bit of a pre-show match to kick us off and get a look at Cody Rhodes, who's in FCW or OVW, whatever it is at the moment. Get a good look at him. 21 performance rating. He's not ready, but I just thought I'd get a look. 41 from Super Crazy, who won in 7 minutes. Super Crazy, not suited to his gimmick. Dear. It's awful, isn't it? Database isn't great. We start the show with what I thought would be a big angle. This particularly didn't do as well as I thought. Freestyle segment, obviously. Bobby Lashley and Big Show have a massive pull-apart brawl. Lasts a good 10 minutes. Nobody can stop them. Rene Dupree, Ron Simmons, Shannon Moore, Brad Armstrong, all out there. Don't know why those people in particular, but those ones. Nothing can stop them from getting at each other. They are ready to go. Got the crowd hotter, that's good, but a 63, I was hoping for 70 or something. Somebody's waiting for a turn? No. Who? Oh, Dupree's gimmicks change. Fine. Above average, good. CM Punk had another match, defeated Little Guido, 9 minutes, 63 from Punk, 46 from Guido. Punk is doing well, he's improving, this is good, 58. What's this? Oh, and Trinity was out there. I'm guessing with Little Guido, he can... Oh, that's gone well. That has gone well. And CM Punk cuts a little promo after the match, said, I believe in ECW at the Royal Rumble, and I believe in CM Punk in particular. A good showing from ECW will put us on the map. Sort of a message to the others, the likes of Masters, Sabu and Elijah Burke, that we need to do the brand well. 69 for that, that's good. Oh, I may have pressed that twice. I did. Oh dear, is there a way to go back? There isn't. Okay, ignore what you see on the screen. But before that, Paul Heyman cut a promo and backstage and ripped into Bobby Lashley for ruining the start to the show and made the match for the Royal Rumble. Big Show versus Bobby Lashley in a steel cage for the ECW Championship. Good. Elijah Burke was in action against the Sandman. 6-minute match. Nice, simple win. Elijah Burke is not suited to his gimmick, but I think we changed that now, actually. Average, we'll take it. 54 for Burke, 44 for Sandman, 56 overall. ECW is struggling. Sandman was drunk. Brilliant. Just lovely. Rob Van Dam comes out. He wants a fight with Umaga. 68 for that. And the main event, RVD in action against Chris Masters. Masters wins by submission. The Master Lock after interference by Umaga. A 73 match. Lacked a bit of psychology. His gimmick will change now. Very good. Good. 83 from Van Dam. 53 from Masters. Van Dam very, very good. And heat for that then. Van Dam was high on drugs. Why is everybody high on drugs in this game? Why? Everybody. Not enough interesting storyline going on. Not enough attractive women. Alas, losing popularity everywhere. It's not a good show, is it? It's just not a good show. And ECW is going to be hard to book at the moment. Very, very hard. 60 rated. 60. Okay, here we go. Final show of the episode. It's Friday Night SmackDown. We are booked and ready to go. And a pre-show match, which I kind of forgot to get rid of because we're double using Jimmy. 52 rated. Chavo Guerrero and the Boogeyman defeat Jimmy Wang Yang and Funaki. Just a chance to see them all. Chavo Guerrero, 61. Chavo needs to be used in the mid-card, that's for sure. 45 from Jimmy Wang Yang, so that's pretty good. Jimmy Wang Yang not suited to his gimmick, which we now change. Average, I'll take it. We kick off the show with Randy Orton. Let me do that. That's horrific. We kick off the show with Randy Orton, and he comes up. We kick off the show with Randy Orton coming out and complaining about Chris Benoit getting the title opportunity despite his loss last week. He's interrupted though by Rey Mysterio. They argue for a little bit and Orton hits the RKO. He hits the RKO out of nowhere. Got the crowd hotter. Good start to the show. 86. That'll add heat to their rivalry too. So that's good. And this is a WrestleMania rivalry we're looking at as well. Hardcore Holly, who's been inserted into the Royal Rumble storyline, defeats Robert Conway. 9 minutes, 64 rated match. Good from Holly. Pretty good from Conway too. Happy with that. And then afterwards, 72 promo for Holly. Very, very good. Talking trash about Orton, Mysterio and Matt Hardy. He says he's the man. He'll win the Royal Rumble. Now for the tag team storyline, we went for a singles matchup. Lance Cade defeated Brian Kendrick by 10 minutes 17. Disqualification did it as Trevor Murdoch ran in and attacked Brian Kendrick. So the tag team started to build up on them. We had it so that both men wanted to do it on their own without their partners, just as a one-on-one match. Partners weren't there. But Murdoch came out and ruined it and started to beat down Brian Kendrick. Massaro not suited to a gimmick, so we will change that. Ashley, that's better. 58 though for Brian Kendrick, 49 for Lance Cade. Pretty good actually, not bad. And then 50 for the save as Paul London runs down and saves his partner, advances the segment. No problem. 50 rated match for this one. Montel Vantanius Porter, MVP, defeated Jimmy Wang Yang. 50 rated, not great. We can now change that and hopefully this is good. Poor. Oh, that's not good because MVP is a big part of this. Brooke Adams did some good work at ringside though. Brooke Adams is the new manager of MVP and hopefully that'll boost him a bit. 53 for MVP, 45 for Jimmy. After the match, oh that's better, much better. 75 rated. MVP brags again, but out comes Kane and he hits the choke slam, making his message very clear. He wants the US title. He wants to shut MVP's mouth. MVP looked dreadful, but Kane looked a real star in this segment, so that's pretty good. His gimmick can change now as well, and that's fantastic. Good. 75, very, very good. Starts that rivalry really well as well. Then, well, I've just gone for a great match here. 74, kind of was hoping for a little bit more, but I'll take it. Chris Benoit defeats Rey Mysterio clean. 19 minutes, 84 for Benoit, 74 for Rey. We had Batista on commentary to advance that segment. All good, all round. Matt cut a promo on the Royal Rumble. Orton, Rey and Holly in particular, 69 rated. Matt Hardy not suited to his gimmick, which we can now change. Lots of this happening. Very good for Matt, so that's fantastic. 69, good. And then in the main event, Batista defeated Randy Orton. A huge main event, really. Not the title on the line, but a 74 rated match, which is a little bit weird. Batista 80, Orton 75. What did we lose it on? Batista inconsistency. Orton was holding back. Orton inconsistency. And booking decisions as well. I mean, what's wrong with the booking? Maybe I gave him too long. I don't know. 74 rated match though in the main event. Not too bad. We do have one more segment which hopefully will drive it home. And it does. A 93 rated segment. That's what we've been looking for. Batista and Benoit start arguing in the ring. Batista has enough. One Batista bomb later, the world champion is standing tall to end the show. 93 angle. Perfect. And a 79 rated show Increased our popularity in 7 regions, lost its popularity in 1, so I'd call that a success. That's a pretty good show, actually. Alright, so we are on the road to the Royal Rumble. This is where we're going to leave it. We're going to come back and book the next 2 weeks of shows, which will include the Royal Rumble in the next episode. But this is what we're looking at for WrestleMania at the moment. Batista versus Brock Lesnar, Cena versus Edge, Bobby Lashley versus Umaga as the 3 big title matches. Backing that up on the mid-card titles, you got Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Kennedy, MVP versus Chris Benoit, London and Kendrick versus the world's greatest tag team, Mickey versus Melina versus Victoria for the women's. We need to get Victoria involved a little bit more, haven't yet to do that. Ric Flair versus William Regal on Raw, and that might change, to be fair. We could do Ric Flair versus Kurt Angle there, versus William Regal maybe, actually. Just that might be a good place to put Kurt. Chris Jericho, Booker, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, and CM Punk versus The Big Show. This should be good. It's very, very difficult at the moment because there are lots of issues with the databases, but I'm hoping that this will work for us. Until next time, peace.